It's become a redundant fact. The jab is the most important punch in boxing. But the only thing more annoying than hearing about jabs is being on the receiving end of one. Errol Spence, 27-0 with 21 knockouts, has perhaps the best jab in the welterweight division. The weapon allowed him to decision his best two opponents, Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter, slightly easier than Keith Thurman did. Thurman, you might remember, was once the heir apparent to the welterweight division, before injuries and a loss to Pacquiao halted his career. And as Spence follows in Thurman's footsteps by fighting the great Manny Pacquiao, that jab will have to be at 100% if he wants to avoid Thurman's fate. So, what makes Spence a good jabber? Spence generally adopts a high guard. This allows him to throw the jab without telegraphing it by simply extending the arm and rotating the body. The lack of wind-up allows him to regularly connect on his opponents and doesn't tire the shoulder out. Spence likes to sneak his way into range by sliding his rear foot forward first, which throws his opponents off for a loop as they expect him to advance with the front one. The slight shift forward is enough to connect with the jab, even if he initially appeared to be far away. Then, all he has to do is slide the foot or head back and he's out of range for the counter. He's also adept at catching shots and countering within a split second. This requires great timing and precision. As always, the jab is a key weapon to score points, to debilitate a fighter, and to set up the rest of the offense. When Spence throws a jab, he either continues punching or gets in close in order to smother his opponent. This also allows him to position his dangerous body attack. But he can also go into boxer mode and evade shots after jabbing. Against shorter opponents, he can retreat while leaning back and taking advantage of his height and reach. He can also pivot or weave under counter shots. When he wants to sting a guy with his jab, Spence will throw what's called a shotgun jab, meaning that he will step in with the shot. These are the type of jabs that can debilitate opponents in the long run. The jab will be a key weapon against the shorter Pacquiao, who, at 42 years old, can no longer sustain the same intensity throughout 12 rounds the way he could 10 years ago. So if Spence can weather the early storm, he might tire Pacquiao out by keeping him away with that jab. But like I said, that early storm will be highly dangerous. Like Pacquiao, Shawn Porter was much shorter than Spence, but thanks to his speed, he was able to counter the Texan's jabs. Pacquiao is still as quick as Porter, plus he hits much harder. Danny Garcia, although slower than Pacquiao and Porter, has good timing plus power. Thanks to these factors, he was able to counter Spence, as the Texan failed to mix up his angles while jabbing. In the end, Spence failed to pressure Garcia the way he'd done to previous opponents late in their fights, and he was forced to settle for a decision win. I can't help but assume that Garcia countering Spence's jab had something to do with the Texan's trepidation. So, will Spence's jab succeed in keeping the older and shorter Pacquiao at bay? Or will Pacquiao's power and experience nullify that weapon? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Take it easy, folks. Thanks for watching.